So I currently have a heater core issue. The symptoms are when you're going down the road, the car warms up a little bit, doesn't take long. Steam starts coming out on the windshield on the inside of the car, and it smells sweet, obviously smelling like antifreeze. And it's pretty dangerous because, especially in the wintertime when it gets cold out, it just condensates on the windows instantly and fogs everything up. So I'm in the process of tearing the whole dash out, trying to figure out how to get into the heater core. And of course, I haven't been able to find anything on the internet that anybody's done in a heater core replacement on this car. So I'm sort of on my own. Well, here's my new heater core. I ordered the thing off of Amazon, and it really wasn't too bad. I think it was like $54. It's an all aluminum heater core. This is the point right here at which that sticks through the firewall, and up under the hood you can see these hoses stick out. I wasn't sure exactly which configuration of heater core was correct. After looking on the internet, there was a few different ones, but I looked at the shape of the hoses or the pipes coming out and went, that's got to be the one that fits mine. I removed the instrument cluster. It was held in by this little clip here, and this little clip here. It just snapped in place, and this is the only electrical connector that was connected to it. And sometimes you just need to see stuff. I gotta get to this box down here, in there. I don't know. I gotta pull this. It looks like I gotta pull the lower dash out. I'm not sure, but I think I have to pull the lower dash out. I got to get in this box. The heater tubes pass through the firewall right there. And I have to split this box apart right here. And this whole bottom has to come off. But it can't drop down because it's going to sit right there. And it's bolted on right there. It's bolted on there. I pulled some screws out, but it is not coming apart. I got to take all this out. I'm not real happy about that. It looks that I got to take the whole lower dash out to get at it. And to get the lower dash out, it looks like I have to take the steering column out because the lower dash is fully wrapped around the steering column. So the steering column's not coming through this hole. Not with the steering wheel on anyway. So I'm not sure what's next. But I think all of this framework down here all has to move. This will come off by taking these bolts out here and here. And this whole assembly here, I think will tip back because the plastic part of the dash here is also captivated underneath this. So, kind of crazy. Here, snaps in there. glove box. Every one of these connectors got something different. I guess that's good. Let's see, I got that. And that one. And something over here. I'm going to release this thing. Under here is a little tab, and I broke it off. But that is the latch that when you unhook that, it will push back inside and unhook. And it's held on by these hooks right here. And that little catch was keeping it from sliding back, but I busted it. But it's off there now. This is attached to that. And now it slides out. And now that guy's loose now. Disconnect, pull the wire off of there, pop the cable out of there. It's all loose. All loose. I think I got to take the steering column out now. Here we go. Well, I think I got to take the wiring harness off. The airbag connector, they're disconnected. I got to pull all this loose to get the wiring harness so the wiring harness can stay in the car. And I got to pull all the bolts out of the steering column, and hopefully that knuckle joint down there will slide loose when I undo the bolts from the steering column. Push the harness in behind. There you go. That's the ignition electrical stuff disconnected. Now I think I can pull the bolts loose and drop the column. Well, I got the steering column out, but I marred up my plastic a little bit because I didn't take this out first. So there's a little clip right there. Press on it, slide it back, but you also have to put your key in the ignition to get it to release all the way, and then it'll pop loose. But undo that before you finally take all the bolts out of the column. And then you have to take the bolt off down here to unclamp the yoke to let the whole thing come out. And it's underneath this little collar right here. It has a couple little plastic nuts right there and right there that can be removed. Well, My 2003 Pontiac Vibe without a dash. The upper dash is removed, the lower dash is removed, the steering column's been removed, shifter linkage, and all this stuff. Yeah, there it is sitting out inside the windshield. All because I got to get into that box where the dadgum heat exchanger is at. For the heater. Yeah. Yep, that's it. More to come. This little guy clips on there. He's got a little clip that goes in the hole, keeps him coming out. That's where the bolts hook on. And this is the pivot clamp. Got to be removed. Heater box. Couple more silver screws. I'm going to pull this piece off. It's in my way. 1, 2, 3 of them. Well, I'm going to take this bracket off right here. Goes up here. It goes all the way up to there. There's one on both sides. I think I have to take those out. And then I'll be close, I think. Pull all this out from under the heater. Some sort of computer box or something down here. I don't know if it's going to have to come out to lower the box down. But we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Alright, I'm pulling all this plastic stuff out. It was fairly loose. The only thing holding it in was this, and I had to take the wires out of here, and this is still wrapped around, but I think I can unhook that right there and get that out of there. But I'm taking this out because maybe it'll let me see in the box. Alright, I got that out. Figured somebody might want to see what this does. I'm going to take this off and this off. I got to get this piece out of here and that off right there. There's that little actuator that everybody's trying to replace on YouTube. I had to replace that once. It makes this little shutter go click, 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 click. Yep. I had to do that. And there's the 2 screws that are hard to get to right there. Unplug it, put the new one on. Well, I have to take this bar out. This bar all the way across. It's got all this wire loom attached to it. So in order to get it out, this wire loom right here is attached to the whole thing. And I think if I take all these connectors apart down here, that I'm hoping to loosen it and swing it out of the way and not disconnect a bunch of stuff down there. So I'm going to try it. Well, this is where the outside air filter was at. So I removed these 4 screws here, and I removed these nuts up here, flipped up this flap, pulled up on the plastic housing, and popped this piece out so I could get to that screw, which is this plastic housing around the air conditioner tubing, so that I could pull this top unit off. So in total, the screws along the back, get some light in here maybe, there is 1 screw here, there is a screw here, there is a screw there, there is 1 down there, there is 1 down there, as well as all the screws around the perimeter. I finally have them all out. So I got it out. It took a little bit of finessing to get this piece pulled out around this rubber right here. You can see it kind of scratched it up a little bit. I don't care. That looks like the air conditioning control valve or something there. But I have the top of the heater box removed. So I'm getting a little deeper. And all of this, I'm trying to get to the dadgum heater core, which is in the very bottom of this box. Jeez. Alright, here's where I'm at. This box raises up and down enough now. It pivots in there. It raises up and down enough that I can get the rest of the screws out that are in the bottom cover that is holding the heater element. So I've already got 1. I've got 1 more on the opposite side underneath there that I'm going to have to get from that side. But if I can get, I think there's only 1 more. If I can get it off, I think I can get the bottom cover off. Okay, I was able to get both screws out from under the bottom. They're located about here and here, but directly underneath this whole thing. And it really got to lift up on this box right here, reach underneath, and it takes some dexterity, but I got them both out, and I'm going to see if I can pull the cover off now. I don't know if there's enough clearance, but I'm going to find out. My only other option is, if I can't get it off, I've got to bleed the air conditioner unit and pull this whole thing out, and I'm not looking forward to that. I disconnected the hoses up in the firewall, and I'm pulling this back because there's another bloody screw right there. And I don't know what it's holding, but I cannot get the bottom box off. So I pulled it out. I've got to get this screw out, and we'll see what happens. Well, I'm figuring why I couldn't get it apart. And then, of course, there's another screw buried right in under this box. I can't even see it from here. Somewhere right in there. I felt the head of the thing, and oh yeah, I got my finger on it now. Right under there is a screw. And once I got that loose, the box is starting to come apart now. So I've started to pop the box loose, and I was looking inside, get a light here, and what do you think I see down in that box? You can't see it, but there's antifreeze in the bottom down there. So my heater core somewhere here is leaking because there's antifreeze in the bottom of this box. So there you have it. I knew it was a bad heater core. I can feel it. It's kind of sticky in there. Eureka, baby. Right there, yeah.
You got it off?
Look at, here's the problem.
Ooh.
Look at the antifreeze in the bottom of the heater box.
Wow.
See that?
Yep.
The heater is right there.
Oh, yeah.
right there. I gotta get it out of there now. I'm not sure where it was leaking, but yeah, no wonder why the car fogged up. Jeez. I mean, look at that. Look what's removed. I have, oh my gosh. And I think a service manual would say that you have to remove the air conditioner core and pop the hoses and bleed the air conditioner. But I have done it without doing that.
Good.
It wasn't easy, but I think I'm going to get it. If I can get the heater core out now. Now that I got the bottom off, I always figured I could get it out if I could get the bottom, if I could get that cover off. And the cover's off. So I'm going to see if that core is going to come out now. Well, there it is. I got to get it out of there. Well, here's where the leak is at. I don't know what would have caused it to leak. But let you in on a secret and how to get it out of there. Put that down there for now. I had to pull this box out far enough, flexing that hose and that fitting over there, to let those pipes come outside, come out of that hole right there. And once I did that, then it went down, and I was able to bend the hoses down and roll it out like that, and then the heat exchanger came out from the bottom. So it's no longer underneath there. And anyway, it's held in by these clips right here. So it has to rock out this way to come out. And the hoses are attached. So you have to pull this box out far enough and let that tip down to get it out of there. All right. Wow. Major job. Major job. So if you get a quote from any dealer or anything to actually fix your heat exchanger in your car, your heater core, I know why it costs so much now. The replacement heater core, about $60. Everything else is labor. So there you have it.